Hey guys, so I am here for a 20 and 21 week pregnancy update. So I am so excited to talk about these 2 weeks because they've been really amazing. As far as symptoms go, for both weeks, nothing has really changed. During my 20 week, I did have little bouts of nausea like here and there. Typically, I would get nausea after I would get in a bath. After I would take a bath, I would just kind of feel like very hot, and then I would just kind of need to lay down. I don't make my bath scorching hot, but I think it just kind of went hand in hand with the just weather outside, with it being so hot and just taking a hot bath. But those baths are amazing. I take these amazing Epsom salt baths, and they just help me de-stress and clear out any negativity, and they also help my body when I'm stretching and growing. So that was the only time that I felt nauseous, and that's for both weeks, so 20 and week 21. Week 20, I was still feeling a little bit more tired and just kind of a lack of energy, and then I would definitely say I gained more energy in my 21 week. So my 20 week, at 20 weeks and 6 days, I had my appointment with my doctor, and we just kind of went over the normal stuff. She drew my blood because I think we did another blood test. Oh, we did the quad screening. So we did the quad screening, which basically checks for Down syndrome, and I'm sure, well, it's a quad, so it's 4, so 3 other things or something like that. And everything came out normal, which was awesome. And the reason I wanted to do it was because it's non-invasive, and they ask you if you want to do it. She kind of explained everything that it's testing for, the risks, because every baby could have Down syndrome, just everything like that. I'm like, okay, cool, not invasive, it's through my blood. I do not like needles, it's just in my veins. I can get a shot, I can get whatever, tattoos anywhere, but my veins are so, it's just such a precious part of my body. And I think I might have talked about this before. If not, I've talked about it with everybody. But just veins to me are just not something to be messed with. Anyway, so I got that, I got my blood drawn, and then we were hoping to do the anatomy scan that day, but they didn't have any openings to go do it at the hospital. So we scheduled that for 21 weeks and 2 days, because my weeks flip over every Saturday, and then we did the anatomy scan that Monday. So yes, so I was 21 weeks and 2 days, and that anatomy scan was so cool. That was the biggest thing I want to talk to you guys about. So if you guys aren't familiar with the anatomy scan, they just go in depth about everything with the baby's development. So they take I think I watched her take every picture, and it put the count at the top, and I think she took 96 pictures. Because she just needs different angles of different things, different body parts of baby girl, and it's so awesome to see just all of her development. And then she weighed her and everything, in the womb obviously, and it was so cool. So basically I'm gonna share some of those. Those were amazing. And of course, before every ultrasound, I'm freaked out. I'm what if something changed? I know as you get further along in your pregnancy, things aren't as likely to kind of go haywire, but it's still being a mama, you just get nervous. Anyway, so here she is. She's the cutest little thing. I love when we get her profile pictures. Look at her. She was 20 weeks or 21 weeks and 2 days, like I mentioned. Different parts of her measured small, but I think it's because she's just gonna be short. John and I are both shorter. Well, we're average. I'm 5'5", and I think he's 5'7". So she's shorter, I think. Through these ultrasounds, they found she's 4 days, her due date is 4 days behind or something like that, but it's not anything big. Everything looked really good, and she, I think, is a chunky monkey. But it's crazy. So this is gonna look a little scary because she hasn't gained her fat yet, but this one right here is pretty cool. She's looking head, like face on, into the ultrasound, and obviously it looks a little scary because she needs to gain weight, but I thought that was so cool. Like, to see your baby like that, like, that's amazing. And they checked her arms and just pretty much everything, and confirmed again that it is in fact a girl, because I was like, what if it is a boy? And I'm like, I mean, it's fine. We have some very girly things. Well, a lot of very girly things. I don't know, because I don't know, tutus are fun until she can tell me she doesn't like tutus, and that's fine, and we could switch them. But I was like, okay, that would be like the only thing we'd switch up if we had a boy, is just like less tutus, but we could put him in tutus, doesn't matter. But I don't know. So I was like, well, if it is a boy, like, okay. But she did in fact confirm again that it's a girl, and just like little legs, they look like little chicken bones. And that was just like the coolest ultrasound ever. They were trying to get pictures of her spine, but she was not having it. She was just in a weird position. So during the whole ultrasound, she was breech, which is fine because she's small, so she'll eventually rotate and move, and she moves all the time. So, but apparently not for this ultrasound. So the ultrasound tech said asked me to move around to get her to like shuffle and move, and then she's like, hey, I'll be back, and then we'll see if she moved. So I moved all around. I was like touching my toes and moving, and we did the ultrasound again, and she was in the same exact spot, and she's like, she is snug in there, she is not moving. So I had to just get on one side and on the other side, so they didn't get the best pictures, but it was still what they needed. So the doctor like verified it was still good, and then they got even more, and so it was awesome. And she's healthy, and that's all I can ask for. And I think she's happy. She's moving around a ton, kicking and punching and swooshing. And basically that went really well, and it just like put me at ease. And they measured her weight, like I said, and she was 14 ounces at 21 weeks and 2 days, I think. So she was really close to a pound, and I just thought that was so cool. 14 ounces. But other than that, that's pretty much that. I've been so grateful for having such a good pregnancy. Like, I'm just so grateful. Like, yeah, there are times that really suck, and I'm sick, and I don't feel good. But thankfully it only lasts for a couple of hours. And I'm so grateful too. Like, people have commented on my skin. They're like, you're glowing and your skin's so clear. And I was like, I'm so shocked by that, because they say, I know it's old wives' tale, but they say that like girls take away your beauty, and you tend to have just more hormones, and your face breaks out. Like, that's just what I've heard. But she's been helping my skin. I'm like, thank you, baby girl. And my hair's been doing really well. I was like a little worried for a little while because it felt like my hair was weird, but that's also when we were in Florida and the humidity like freaked it out. And I thought that like my hair was just like messed up from bleaching. And I think I talked about this before, but I thought it was messed up from bleaching, but then I came back to Utah and it's fine. So I don't know. So I'm just very grateful. Still, again, continuously just doing yoga, which has been so amazing, prepping me for birth. I'm feeling really eased into the fact that I'm gonna be going into labor, of course at 40 weeks, or whenever she decides to come, full term. And just really cool things. Like, I'm just like finally like of course I know I'm going to be in labor eventually, but I'm just like becoming way more comfortable with my ability to labor and to deliver this beautiful little being. And I keep having like just vivid, not dreams, it's like at the end of yoga in Shavasana, when you're just kind of laying there and just like meditating, I always like see this little baby, or I have visions of just me holding her, and John and I are like crying when I'm like pushing. So it's incredible, guys. It's incredible, and I am so excited to be a mama. I know I already am a mama, but like to actually take care of this little baby, I am so excited. So that's about it. I am going to show you guys my belly, and I got this cute little sweater the other day. I love it so much. But Here is my belly. And she is growing. So that's her. I love this sweater so much, guys. It's so soft. And here's with my shirt up. I've been putting that belly oil in it, on it all the time, even in my belly button, because I had my belly button pierced. So I just put oil on there because I know that's gonna get stretched out. And any stretch marks I have over here are from when I was a little bit bigger and I lost weight, and you know how your skin changes. So look at this little heart. Anyway, guys, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I post on there a lot, and like a lot of pregnancy things. My friends are probably like, what the heck? The AC just went on, so that's my cue. But I'll put my Instagram down below. It's _Mother Teresa. I thought it was funny, and I look up to Mother Teresa a lot. And I feel honored to have that name, the name Teresa. I know I'm not Mother Teresa. And go ahead and subscribe so we can be on this journey together, and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you guys later. I really am going to try to do weekly updates because I know that's way more beneficial. They'll be a lot shorter because there's not much to update on, but I'm gonna try. And I'm sure I can find things to talk about. So, bye guys, have a beautiful day. Bye.